Ow!
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by
Oh
name.
my goodness. He was behind this all along.
All that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle
Wow,
anyway.
Akechi.
They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Hey,
Understood.
leave Morgana
If
alone.
there's anything to worry about, it's merely a cat after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Oh,
Perhaps he'll be struck
him?
by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
oh my goodness. They're killing everyone. Bye-bye.
No, it can't be.
On the one hand, it's like, man, he's got bad, but on the other hand, fuck you, dude. Hope you rot in hell.
Even me. God damn it.
Language.
Shit.
Man.
What was
Meanwhile-
all that about showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
Hey, Futaba.
Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil.
What's that? The sky is blue.
To interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Wow. Just killing everyone. They care about no one.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then.
Oh, great.
Detailed steps to take.
But he's dead. He shouldn't be a problem.
Want me to save him?
You okay? Seems like it.
What is it?
Nothing.
Did they get a second guard or something? What is going on?
Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else?
Yeah, no,
Nobody?
There'd be no
Nobody's been
reason
here?
for anyone else to come down here.
he's hiding it. Because he has been in there.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
Say what?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
But the shooting and the dead guard and the dead me and the blood
If you
and
stay
blood
here,
and
they'll
blood
likely get
and
rid of you to
blood.
eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding.
And
at
he's
once
shaking
if you value your
violently.
life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Adios.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anshot,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
On, focus on your modeling.
Got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
And in some neighborhood. I imagine this is around where Ryuji lives.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field?
About that.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him,
I wonder if something happened. Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Why not paint your shadow, Yusuke?
Normal. Right.
he's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still
I kind of wish we could know what that said.
murder charges.
You never turned it
I
in.
don't read
That's quite a
Japanese.
surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief
Who
should
is
follow
this guy
things
she's
down.
talking to?
You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
Because of a unjust world.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for
Haru.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his
Can
hometown.
I continue ranking her up from beyond the grave?
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news.
Back
The young man
off.
held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
I'm dead? What?
Discover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me.
I'm dead.
We got him.
I'm not. Okay, so about that cutscene. When I first experienced it in the original, my first playthrough, I thought I fucked up.
You have been killed.
Shut up, Igor. Yeah, I thought I messed up somewhere. Because I saw the cutscene of me dying, and I was just like, what's going on? I don't know why I didn't think that, you know, the game's still continuing to play. I started skipping stuff, and I was just like, wait, what's going on? And then Ryuji smirked. I'm like, wait, what? Then I saw myself in the vote room. I'm like, wait, what? I don't know. I wasn't sure what to expect or whatever. So I looked it up, and yeah, no, I did it right. And then I rewatched the the cutscene.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die?
Why indeed?
Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan.
Did I come in here and tell you what we were doing?
Capable of executing such a feat. Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Let's do that. The first time I sensed something was off. That's right. It was during the school festival.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too then.
Oh, I
That was
remember.
our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no
Huh?
way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Yeah, we can't trust him. I think he's lying. He's up to something.
Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
All right, so
No
they
way
flash
this
back.
is the first time he's heard my voice.
They flash back to that. I remember the first time I saw that scene. I swear I missed the part where like Goro noticed Morgana talking then, and I was just like, "Fuck me, I'm dumb."
This whole deal feels sketchy.
He's suspicious. Let's do some research. We should be careful. Do some research.
That was my plan too. Okay.
Then let's get
everyone on the same
going.
page right away.
Got it. Hey, guys, meet up.
There's something else we want you to look into.
And back in.
One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
We really need it. Is there any way you can do it for Taba?
Right,
Is there any
we
way?
really need your help. I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So it's impossible
Didn't
even
do
for
it.
you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay.
Ooh.
I've got a plan.
You got an idea?
That's perfect.
Why are you whispering it? What kind of plan? Keep it a secret? Did you understand that? What kind of plan?
An incredible one.
Futaba's going to do something. I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Neither can I. Hello. Just the door. Flashback ends.
So we're going to use this place.
Was
It'll
I
be a
here?
gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
Huh. That's weird.
Seems you finally remember.
I remembered something that I wasn't even
This
there for.
game is not over yet. There are still things that must
No,
be
it's
done.
not. Let's get back in. My memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. Dead sucks. You know, being dead. Oh my god, it hurts. Ow. Don't notice me. Don't notice me. It was all fake. We were alive the whole time. Come on, Joker. Yeah! I remember when I first saw that, I legit, like, just got super pumped up. Yes, please. Oh my god, after all that, yes, please. And it's still going. The 21st. Wow, down to 3%. Jeez. Oh, man. The evening. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away. Somewhat. Trying to. Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? Oh, barf. The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back.
Are you listening?
What day was this? Huh? What were we talking about?
Paying attention? Well, I guess I can see how you'd be lost in thought right now. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
It's a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns.
He killed Haru's
To
dad.
assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him.
God, that must have pissed her off some fierce, like having to work with her father's murderer.
We go into Sis's palace as he suggests. We'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us
Yeah.
can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
Could you possibly, like, could you possibly bring the, like, entire well, Scramble might say something about that, who knows.
This really was just
God, I want that game to
shift the
come out so
blame on
bad.
us.
It's still, as at the time of this recording, which is September 5th, it has still not been announced for a Western release. I want that game so fucking
He
bad.
made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
Yep.
He told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time.
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that
Yep.
bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm actually gonna put it on auto because I think it's just easier
Unless we
this
find
way.
out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
I will try and pause if I need to point something out, but
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be
Try
the case
to.
eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
he can try, but he will
Got a
fail.
choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
I'll be fine.
The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage.
Really now?
What's this all of a sudden?
There's
Tell
a
me
way
more,
to
Futaba.
get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a
Ow.
palace.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Yeah, that's it.
It seems that's our only option.
We
Listen first,
are
everyone.
the masterminds
I have a plan
here.
for how we can carry this operation out.
Screw Shido, screw Akechi. We are the masterminds.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this
It's been a
investigation
day.
until the case is fully
All right.
solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Your coffee's cold.
Go tell him to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
It's a good thing we got Sojiro found out about us. Otherwise, we'd be screwed.
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Ha, like
Man.
Egypt. Ha,
Damn detective.
like a pyramid. Ha.
Look who's here.
What's up, guys? I'm back from the dead.
Big bastard.
How have you been?
Pretty good. I mean, I died. Ghostly. Pretty good.
Thank goodness. It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi
It been what, like 2 days?
him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy?
Oh man. No, we're not retelling everything to you in this session, alright? You're going to get the Cliff Notes version, alright?
It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Here, take care of this corpse.
Hey,
What?
shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
Oh,
We need
yeah.
To make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy?
Sorry, he doesn't know anything about the metaverse.
What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit?
And we got something.
So you guys were going up against someone else?
Sorry about that.
Goro Akechi. You
Akechi.
knew beforehand he was the traitor, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was too suspicious. Akechi messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one
Yep.
fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have
The
just said from the
cat.
beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't
No one would have
something we
believed
could
us.
Simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
Nope.
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Are you on drugs or
Was that
something?
Oh,
supposed to be a joke?
Our apologies.
The best joke ever.
That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do
Yep.
you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
Idea.
In the metaverse,
Take them
Mona talks
both
like
to
a
the
normal person.
metaverse.
Once you hear that,
Seriously.
and realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely. Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Well,
I know a place.
Morgana may have noticed it. I may have noticed it. I think both of you were, you know,
Oh, am I mistaken?
too focused on other
I
things.
thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
He just wanted pancakes. He was hungry.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
Yeah, no, seriously. He just legit wanted pancakes. Like, seriously. He was hungry. We got lucky. His story was too good.
He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
Normally I just say we got lucky.
Pretended to be interested in checking the phone out.
'Cause I like
but
to
was
think that-
actually planting my app.
This is the wrong. That was the wrong scene.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
Well, you didn't even have to change anything there. Y'all put in the wrong scene.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
What was that?
Into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see.
Great.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes.
Yeah.
The guard will be one of ours.
This is pretty much one for one, except for that scene mishap. The same exact scene from the original. Nothing has changed.
The arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does,
Says you.
You will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no
Yeah, he's a bit nuts.
Kechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown.
He's a few cards short of a full playing deck.
On top of that, there's someone else.
Actually, when that implies stupidity.
Someone with great authority. So great that they can order
Whatever.
an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
We had to strike first.
I see.
We baited a
Scene
Kechi into
change.
Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First,
You know,
required a place inside
buildings,
the cognitive world that was the same
rooms.
as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida,
Yeah,
we came in from the
unless
station
you like
without even noticing.
go from a quadruped to a biped. That brings back memories. You had no idea. Not until we got to school.
Totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
Sojiro inside is like, great, part of the conversation we can't understand. It was a great idea. It was reckless. You had to trust
And
it.
it was absolutely the best decision we could have made.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit
Yeah.
of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't
Nope.
see that.
That goes for the
You're some spiky bitch.
We heard from Mako
With Gatling guns and a sword. God, what
Regarding
a
its
sword.
location, I take it you use the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
Mikado's in
There were
trouble.
two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second,
Yeah.
the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
It's a good thing those shadowy waves weren't there. That would have been a dead giveaway.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers...
So does she still have a palace?
They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
I'm surprised everyone could do that, considering some of us are pretty bad actors.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result,
oh my
even though we
god,
managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase
seriously,
beforehand.
masterminds
Like
here.
we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
I think this
We made sure before the
this
operation that
grand
police
plan
were
is
waiting to
way
ambush us.
better than
And just as
what
expected,
Ketchy and
totally
them
took
were
the
going through.
Him getting captured by the police.
Futaba, get off your laptop. We're talking here.
How we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
It seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later. I like that because it allows, you know, players to breathe.
He disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
Man, if they added the other information in there, this scene would probably grow about almost 2 times as long.
By himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your
I
phone.
wouldn't say 2 times.
I only took it because of what
It
you told me.
depends.
Ah, it's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I couldn't see it either. There was no time. I'm just glad I didn't
All I
die.
could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse.
Oh, good. Oh, the only thing that played was a huh.
Albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the
You
real
are a
world as
key
well.
part of our plan.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Kind of weird to say that, huh? It's just like, yeah, all these people did this stuff in like my head or my heart or whatever.
About that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis
Yeah.
beforehand.
Can we not take gambles like that anymore?
Absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
I was. Not at all. Don't remember.
Understandable.
Drugs.
Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you
Victory!
kept this a secret
Victory!
from me was so we
Victory!
could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus,
Well, it was also to make sure I could, you know, like, increase your confidant. So Saya is technically the fastest confidant in the game, considering that,
Figured out that you guys
aside from the strength, because Saya
What did you do about the body?
feasibly did it in like a couple hours, maybe? Or an hour?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Wow.
The bad guys?
That guy's lazy.
murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check
And
the
now we're
log for
back
his
here.
body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness,
So there aren't going to be like more major side effects, are there? Like I'm not going to go into some kind of withdrawal.
truly glad you made it back safe.
It was close. I don't remember much. It was a breeze.
How tough are you?
It still freaked me out
Very.
when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
Some of y'all kinda gave it away that something was
I knew
up.
right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think
Yeah.
about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who is meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Thanks, Sojiro.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe.
Really?
Just say the word, and I'll close shop.
Oh my god, thank you so much, Sojiro.
Sure?
This guy can't leave.
If you weren't an asshole to me at the beginning of the game, I would have considered you like a father.
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Plus, we kind of dealt with
Let us
Futaba's
accept his
uncle,
offer.
so...
What a great man.
One break later. Oh, nope. This is our break.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing.
Ah, he's just looking over it.
More importantly, you've done well.
Nice view of the city here, huh?
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work
Settled.
quite substantially
Good
on
lord.
forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom.
Can this scene hurry up and end?
All possible hindrances are
I kind of like to end it off soon. I've been going for 6 hours now. The recording has been going on for 6
The
hours.
snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy
Yeah,
announcement
election
nears.
season.
Candidates will announce on the 23rd.
Feels a little
of March,
relevant.
while voting will be held on the 18th.
A little too
of
relevant.
next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
How about no?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's
Let's
behind
do it.
all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi
you-
Shido?
You know something, Sojiro?
Who?
Finally, you speak up.
I believe he's a
You know the
politician.
truth.
Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the master.
That guy, yeah.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility.
I have evidence.
First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No! Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have
Oh,
a change
yeah.
of heart, no matter what it takes.
Let's do it. Come on. Pull up the Metaverse Navigator now.
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to
Well, let's get him then. He's got to pay for that.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases.
So was I considered a lucky one?
Upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns.
You're not a true
Shido,
conspiracy
and even the
theorist.
Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
I have an idea. Kind
The
of
issue is
probably
simpler
living in
than
now.
that. This is nothing more than yet another.
Okay, I'm not gonna
selfish
get
man
into
trying
it,
to impose
alright?
his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
Yeah, we'll do it like
Deal.
always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy.
You mean he ain't been picking it up the whole time we've been talking?
Got a hit. Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do?
These new face portraits
about this
really
guy's
add to the
This palace
conversations.
must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
The Diet Building, a fast food restaurant, election headquarters. The Diet Building.
We got a hit.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
That is an
Next
odd
target's the
name.
Big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Masayoshi Shido. We have to. What about Akechi? We have to.
Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta
But
do
Gunna
is
didn't say
figure out
anything.
where he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old
Yep.
fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they
Gotcha.
discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me.
You forgetting something?
School. You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame
We are
on the
just
Phantom
on a
Thieves
roll.
and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations.
A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We're not gonna kill him. Come on. You gotta stick to our justice.
The leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all
Yeah.
this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as
The
getting
power
captured
of
and
the
appearing
youth.
to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must
That's
stay
right.
on our toes.
Round 2.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried
Not
to
yet.
trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
We'll be ready. Oh, come on!
This far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
End already!
Media's attention as a young politician who could rise up
I'm sorry, it's just...
because of that.
I'm ready to call it a day. I'm hungry.
Problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support
Okay.
me, I had suspected...
This is really odd, because it's just like, bad guys reveal their motivations and history, and it's like, okay, this really isn't a proper place for it.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out.
Akechi.
Even the smallest doubt must be severed.
You
at the
even
root.
killed Wakaba. Why?
We had an active public prosecutor's
Akechi, I thought we were friends. You said you hated me, but I thought it was just an odd rivalry thing.
Often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead
Oh my
this
God.
country to its revival.
Oh yeah,
Those
man,
who
shut
get in the
up.
way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still,
Yeah,
stand
sure,
out if
no.
There were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turned psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your
So he just kind of like
my clean
forged
image
that
remains
shit on his own.
untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
That means Naoto is still the true Detective Prince.
Sentiment.
You can't take that from her.
Sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Oh my
Even the
goodness,
government parties
Cheeto,
have split
shut
and they're
up.
following just as planned.
Yes, they're behind everything.
Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my
Just what exactly is his grand plan
Your
here?
assistance has been very
Like become like the
influential in
dominant
making my
superpower or
plans proceed
something?
Smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become.
But do
known
you have the
across
Dragon
country.
Balls stuck
Perhaps
in
even
a way in
more.
that desk of
Surely
yours?
my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts.
Sorry for the noise in the background. With my dog. Can't do anything about it.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Ah, finally.
Well, how do I put
Looks
this?
like things have finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest. Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, by the way, the police report on your death isn't going to show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. And I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. Morgana? At any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough in there, didn't you? Don't worry about it. Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. But thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, you want to hear it again?
Again? I've not even listened.
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone?
Oh, are they voice acting all this? Oh, thank God.
Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi.
So basically, Futaba here is going to explain the little parts that weren't brought up when we were in the meeting downstairs.
That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Man, it's good to hear this scene actually voiced.
Still, I couldn't just direct
Because in the original it was
It's a
all
mysterious
text.
app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? It may not have looked like it, but everyone else was risking their lives too. Though there's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested.
Yeah.
But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan.
Oh yeah, let's hear
Want me to
that.
explain how it all went down? It might take a bit.
Definitely.
Well, since the rest of us didn't get captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide news was a real shock.
That must have been tough.
Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything, 24/7.
24-2, because I was only gone like 2 days.
The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down even once while you were gone. If they had people watching us and realized what our plan was, they would have killed you immediately. Want to hear more?
Yes.
Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai Nijima and Akechi back from the metaverse.
Yeah, the whole catchy part was a little odd.
In order to return to reality, you have to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So, Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav was activated, as in, the hall where they met.
Oh, okay. I never really understood that part. I mean, I never really cared, but it's like, so you have to go to where you originally started. Okay.
Akechi would just come back the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima. We needed to stop her for a moment before she headed back toward the interrogation room. But nothing can be sent to a phone inside a palace. So, I had to program the messages in beforehand.
And so that, it's like, how did they get Akechi out of the metaverse at that point? Because on his way back, you can't do anything from the real world to the metaverse, so...
In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming at that exact moment in time. That part was kinda last minute, so I had to pull an all-nighter trying to get it set up. I'm really on a roll here. Wanna hear some more?
Yes, please.
Let me see. Another problematic thing was... Oh yeah, tying Akechi up. That was really tough.
Huh?
I obviously don't mean the real Akechi. Even if we could do that, it would ruin our plans. The one we had to tie up was Sai Nijima's cognitive Akechi. This part's really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure you want to hear all of this now?
Yes.
Well, we needed to lure Akechi into Sai Nijima's palace and have him kill the cognitive version. But Akechi would have entered the palace immediately after meeting Sai Nijima in the hallway, right? Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi.
Oh, yeah.
If that happened, Akechi would have totally realized we'd lured him into the palace. Nobody actually even thought of this possibility until the night before the assassination. Makoto realized in the middle of the night, then it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do. In the end, we chose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the
Oh, wow. You guys were right there the whole time.
Because you told Sae to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a bit. So, we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but before the nav activated. It was Operation Tie Him Up. Though it wasn't really much of an operation in the end.
I could just imagine somewhat of a normal Akechi just being attacked.
Thankfully, Sai Nijima didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid. It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out, and tossing him on another floor. Man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing. I guess she does use Knuckles as her weapon. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did. I just can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that. Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. And seriously, well done.
Aww. Alright, time for bed.
I'm gonna head back to bed.
I guess I'll head home. Go to bed, alright? Sleep.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while.
Nope.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
Oh, yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's...
Yeah, you don't really have a personal stake in this.
He's my enemy as well.
Aww.
I'm going to stay with
We're
you until the very
bonding.
end.
But not enough to
Well then, we should get to
rank up. We're gonna...
You know, something that Futaba said before.
Huh?
When you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
It was Kasumi.
So it was Yoshizawa.
Yep.
Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Huh? How? Okay. People praising Akechi and Shido, blah 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 blah.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal.
Caused by Shido.
Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
That voice. That voice sounds so familiar. It was in this game. That character is someone else. I don't remember who though.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
Just you wait. We're going to show you big.